Welcome, bro, to the first ever Coach's Halftime Speech with your boy, Coach. Brought to you by Kitchen underscore Table underscore Podcast with Coach and V with two E's. I'm here creating this segment or whatever you want to call it because I'm here to talk about the things of sports topics that I can't talk about or I can't go into depth with my podcast with my wife because she don't care about sports, so I don't want to drain our audience with sports conversations all the time. So if you ever see this, click over to our podcast playlist that's going to be listed right here to the next or right here. It's gonna be listed on one of these spots. And give us a check, give us a subscription, give us a like, give us a follow, click that bell, and get all notifications or whatever. I'm gonna make another playlist for this specific topic, coach's halftime speech, where I'm just gonna basically give you my perspective, my real authentic perspective on sports topics from baseball, hockey, basketball, whatever is going on. I'm here to give it to you. Okay. So we're going to jump right into this little small segment. I'm not going to bore you with an hour, 2 hours of bullshit. I'm going straight into it. The NFL draft. All right. The NFL draft. I don't even really watch the draft. I usually sit there and I watch the first 5, maybe 10 draft picks, depending on who my team is drafting. The Chiefs, they were last. So I didn't really care this year. I knew for a fact that they was going to go out there and they was going to try to find an offensive lineman. And so I knew they was going to get an offensive lineman. They got a great offensive lineman out of Ohio State who was a steal. That dude was a top 10 draft prospect. All right. Until he had that late knee injury at the end of the year. And the Chiefs got him on a deal, which is perfect. Okay. That's a perfect pick. They needed a left tackle. They need somebody to protect Pat Mahomes' backside at all times. And I think this dude is going to be something. All right. He made Will Howard up in Ohio State look like a beast. And let's see what Will Howard's going to do in Pittsburgh. All right. But I want to go in. I want to talk about some great picks. I want to talk about some bad picks. I want to talk about the picks everybody talking about around the world, all the conversation everybody talking about and whatnot. I want to go straight into those things. I want to discuss it. All right. So I want to go in. We had the number 1 pick from Tennessee. Best wishes to Cam Ward. He deserved that shit. Nothing against him. I mean, nothing against him. I don't know him personally. I watched some of his game the last couple years. Great power, great accuracy. He had a great combine, a great Pro Bowl combine. When they came to Miami, he had a great combine. The dude is good. Is he gonna change Tennessee in 1 year? I don't know. Okay, because Tennessee ain't had a great quarterback in a long time. Warren Moon was the last great quarterback that Tennessee had. So I'm expecting Cam Ward to do something. All right. And then we got Jackson Dort, surprise pick. All right. Surprise pick for the New York Jets. I mean the New York Giants, forgive me. Surprise pick. Everybody thought it was gonna be Shedeur. Everybody thought Shedeur was gonna come out and do that. All right, but the Giants picked him up at the 25th pick. Good pickup for them. That number 2 pick, I skipped over it, man. Hunter, bro, you a beast. Hunter came in, got that second overall pick to the Jacksonville. Duval in the building, which is surprising because the Browns traded back their pick to Jacksonville so that Jacksonville could pick up Hunter. All right, which is crazy because it could have been Browns and the Browns could have picked up Shedeur. We're gonna get into Shedeur later. All right. And we had some other great picks. We had Carter went to the Giants too. Great pick up there. That's a great pick for the Giants too with Carter. And now we're gonna talk about what everybody's discussing. Everybody's talking about. Okay. Everybody's talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, the shocks around the world, all this stuff when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. All right. People are wondering, people are shocked, people are all this. Okay. So I want to get out and I want to jump on it. I want to give my perspective of what I think, why organizations did not go for him, why organizations hesitate on him in the first round, why these teams, why the Browns did what they did, why Pittsburgh was doing what they was doing, and why Seattle picked who they picked. Okay. And I want to get on that. Okay. So first, I'm going to say Seattle picked up Jalen Melrose out of Alabama because of their style of offense that they run up there. I don't think Shedeur Sanders is the type of guy that Seattle wanted. It's not that where everybody's coming to. Okay. You ain't going up in Seattle, Washington, man. The rain up there, man. Seattle is a quiet state football city. Okay. When they had Russell Wilson, they had Richard, and they had Lynch, they had when they won those championships up there, man, I don't think that was the most they ever, they was talked about before they had, well back when they had Alexander there running the ball up there. It was good, but they were still a quiet city football. Okay. A quiet state to play football in. It wasn't that much noise. I don't think Shedeur would have fit that culture up in Seattle. So Seattle made a business decision to pick a quarterback that can lead them in the future, because who knows what Sam Darnold is going to do at a starting position. Okay. Jalen is not going to put as much pressure on Sam Darnold. Okay. So they just gave Sam Darnold this money. You go get a Shedeur. They about to waste their money, and now they're going to be stuck with Sam Darnold if they bring in a Shedeur who's ready to play now. Okay. Who can put pressure on him and is ready to play now. Okay. So I think the Seattle made a smart decision by getting Jalen, because Jalen can sit. People's not gonna be like, oh, put Jalen. Nah, everybody know that he gonna sit one good year, okay, before he's ready to go. Okay. And now let's get to the Saints, man. The Saints made a tough call. I've never seen Tyler play. No disrespect to him. I went through and I watched some of his highlights. He's a great athlete. He looked like he's a great leader. He controls. He's very poised. I think that the Saints picked up him. Because I think that Derek Carr might miss the beginning of the season. Okay. And they still got Derek Carr on their contract, where I don't think nobody's going to want to trade for Derek Carr. Okay. So now they can get this kid, and they can develop this kid over a period of time behind Derek Carr. So if Derek Carr come back, if this dude doesn't perform well, nobody expects him to perform well. Okay. So if he doesn't perform well, Derek Carr gets back healthy, Derek Carr can slide in with no problem, because people ain't gonna say nothing. Okay. People gonna be like, oh man, that's what's expected. We don't really know this kid. If he does bad, he does good, whatever. Derek Carr comes back in, they good. If he does good, then they gonna look like the team that made the right decision. If he does bad, ain't nobody going to care, because we do not know much about this kid. This kid came out before UT, sorry ass quarterback. I already know his name. Came out for him, came out for Will Howard. They came out before all these quarterbacks that should have been drafted before him. They picked up this guy who is just a couple hours up the road in Louisville to come down there, because he's a nobody. So, but he's poised. I've seen highlights. He's good. He can lead the team. But is he right now player? I don't know. Is he a 5-year player? 3 to 5 year starter? I believe so. I believe in the next 2 to 3 years, because Derek Carr's contract will be up in the next 2 years. I think he will be that guy to step in with no hesitation. Okay. So I don't fault them on that one. All right. But when it comes to the Browns is where we about to disagree to agree. The Browns made the most shocking decision 4 years ago, when it came with Watson. They made a decision to give Watson this big ass contract after all the allegation that was going on. That was the dumbest decision they made. It was a good decision, but it was a dumb decision, because after the last 3 years, Watson been hurt. Okay. He was already suspended 1 year. Then he get hurt when he came back, and then he get hurt again last year. Okay. So it hasn't yet panned out. Okay. So I think they got Watson for another 2 years, 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not mistaken on the contract deal. Okay, we get into that on another time. But they picked up a quarterback. They picked up a quarterback. They already had Flacco. They already have whatever Pickens. They already got Pickens. They got Flacco. They got Pickens. So Kenny Pickens is been all around. Okay, Flacco been all around. Flacco dang near 40. Is Flacco going to continue to build up for the Browns? I don't know. They picked up this dude, Gabriel Dillon. He was once in Ohio. I think he came from Hawaii first. Then he transferred to Ohio, and then he transferred to Oregon. In Ohio, he was supposed to be that guy to fill in, supposed to be the next guy. I mean, not in Ohio, Oklahoma. He was supposed to be the next guy in Oklahoma. Forgive me. He was supposed to be the next guy in Oklahoma. Okay, the next Heisman Trophy coming out of Oklahoma. He didn't pan out so well in Oklahoma. Okay, because Oklahoma is a big college football town. It's a college city. That's Norman, Oklahoma is all college football. Okay, he didn't pan out that well. Okay, I think he did 2 years there. He didn't pan out well. Then he transferred to Oregon, where he finished in the Heisman candidate, the finalist in Oregon. Okay, so he's a great quarterback. Okay, is he a starter right now? No. So they picked him up because I think they picked him up because they wanted somebody that they can develop, because if they start somebody now, they didn't want to pay I don't think they wanted to pay Shedeur. Okay. I don't think they wanted to pay Shedeur in the first round money. Okay. That's 45 plus million that they would have had to give up. I don't think they was ready to be paying two quarterbacks that much money in for the next 3 to 4 years. Okay. I don't think they was ready to do that yet. Okay. So they picked up Dylan in that third round, which now you're looking at about 11 million a year that they can be giving Dylan. Okay. But they don't have to give him a contract today. Okay. They can hold off on his contract and let him and Sanders battle it out. And then him and Sanders if him and Sanders battle out and Sanders is the guy, they can sign Dylan to a practice squad deal. They can sign Dylan they can release him. They can trade him. Okay. So they in a good situation. Okay. So they turn something bad into a great situation. And what I mean by that is they put pressure on the rivalry team. Put pressure on that rivalry team 10,000 miles to the east of them. It might be more or less. I ain't even probably that much. It's probably about 5,000 miles, 6,000 miles to the east. Not even 5,000. It's probably what 1,000 miles to the east of them. Okay, in Pittsburgh. I don't know how far Pittsburgh is from Cleveland, but they put the pressure on that man, on that team, because I think Pittsburgh was trying to build up. Pittsburgh didn't want to pay a quarterback first round money no more. Okay, they effed up with Kenny Pickett. They didn't want to pay nobody no more first round money. Okay, and so I think they was trying to build their team up and did get Shedeur in this fifth round. I really thought that they was going to get Shedeur. I didn't think Browns was going to make that move. So I think Browns made that move to put pressure on Pittsburgh, because now Pittsburgh had to make a decision. Do we want to draft a quarterback? Because Pittsburgh is waiting on Aaron Rodgers. There's something going on with a handshake deal with Aaron Rodgers. And see, I think Pittsburgh is waiting on Aaron Rodgers to make a decision. So they wanted to build a team up. And then in that fifth round, I think they was going to pick Shedeur, because now they ain't really got to pay him nothing. They can pay him a minimum. Under 11 million, they can pay him a minimum. And so I think that that's what they was doing. And so I think the Browns drafted Shedeur to put that pressure on Pittsburgh, that if you don't get Aaron Rodgers and Sanders balls out in the preseason, or Sanders balls out in mini camp, rookie camp, and now everybody's in Cleveland again, like LeBron James getting drafted in his first game, playing his first game back in Cleveland, Ohio, playing his first game, first NBA game. Now they got that attention going on back in Cleveland. Okay. So you do that. And now they put the pressure. Now Pittsburgh, if Will Howard don't work out, Pittsburgh gonna have to make a decision. Pittsburgh might have to give up something to get Shedeur. Because if Shedeur plays good, but they still got Watson coming, they still got Flacco. Cleveland now is in a great position in a year. They in a great position within the next 4 or 5 months. Because I believe that if Watson comes back this year or next year and he comes back stronger like he's claiming, a team is going to want him. And if he shows out and they put him back in there and they show out, a team is going to want him. So I think Cleveland made a good decision by drafting the 2 quarterbacks because now they have options. Okay. They got options. If he doesn't pan out well, if Dylan doesn't pan out well, ain't nobody going to say nothing. Because you know why? Because people already believe Dylan is a backup quarterback for the rest of their life. People don't think that Gabriel Dylan is about to be a starter. Is about to take a team to the NFL championship. But people do think Sanders is about to take a team to the NFL. Is going to take a team to the championship within the next 5 to 10 years. People do believe that. People do believe that he's going to change the organization. People do believe that. All this cockiness, man, is prime time. That's prime time the third, baby. That's prime time the third. What you expect? His dad didn't do half the stuff that he did. His dad didn't do half the stuff that he didn't do either. Okay, his dad didn't do it. So what you expect from him? His dad showed up. His dad played. People called him cocky, but he played. He went to 3 different teams and led them teams to the playoff. Okay, he did that. All right, he did that. Get a man his credit. All right. All this stuff, I get it. Y'all wasn't, he was too cocky. He was this, he was that. But what you expect out of a quarterback? Okay. The man knows his stuff. Okay. Y'all asking him questions about life. Ask him questions about what would you do in this situation? What would you do in that situation? Okay. If he didn't want to go to you, okay, man. Yeah, he might felt some type of way after he did all that. I get it. But guess what? Tom Payton said it best that he's going to be on the team, and all those teams that passed him up is going to feel some type of rage from him. All right. And knowing his dad ain't going to let him go out without a fight. So y'all better be prepared. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for all the quarterbacks who got drafted. I'm rooting for every player who got drafted because y'all success has a story. I'm not a hater. I'm a coach for life, man. So I want kids, I want these young men and women to grow up to be successful in the things that they chose to be. Okay. Coaching is more than just pushing forward the narrative. Coaching is being a mentor, a motivator, everything that allows that athlete to bring the best out of that athlete. That is what the coach responsibility is. So I believe Sanders is about to be pushed to the max. He's about to put his money where his mouth is. Okay. He said he's ready to change the team. He can change the team. Let's see what he do when you on a team that got 5 quarterbacks on the roster. 5 quarterbacks. Okay. You on a team with a championship quarterback. Let's see what you do now. All right. Everybody else in the future, man, y'all think about the decisions that y'all making, okay, at these drafts, these quarterbacks, because the money is talking now. Y'all college athletes, man, there's people who ain't even playing is making millions of dollars, and they are second and third string on the roster, okay. So make the smart decision when you go into these draft rooms. Be professional, okay. You want to be cocky. It's okay to be cocky, but go into them rooms and be respectful, okay, because it's an interview. It's an interview, okay? Learn how to interview for a job. You can't just go into the White House and want to interview for a position and be cocky talking about, man, I'm gonna come in here and change this. Nah, you go in there respectfully, you talk like you got some common sense. Okay. So he probably rubbed people the wrong way. Whatever. It's done, it's over with. All right, it's done, it's over with. Shedeur, go out there and do your doggone thing. All right, do your doggone thing. All right, that's all I got to say about the NFL draft. It's almost over with. I think it's over with. It should be over with. Man, you got the 2 wide receivers out of Colorado. So Colorado had 4 draft picks. Okay, that's good for Deion Sanders' second year in Colorado. 4 draft picks. All right. 4 draft picks. You should have that other wide receiver, but he might not get drafted. He might make a practice squad. I can see it. I can see his older son making a practice squad. I can see it. Okay. But that's good for his top 3 wide receivers getting drafted. That's good. Only 2 years coaching 2 of them. That's good. Okay. So I can see good things coming to Colorado, man. Y'all go out there, y'all be blessed. All right. Y'all go out there, y'all educate, y'all work hard, y'all earn the spot. Okay. Because Horn and Carolina, bro, you got a great chance of making that team. You got a great chance. All right. And the other cat up in with the Baltimore, you got a Ladante, whatever his name. I can't even pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I forgot your name. You gonna do great up there in the Ravens. You got a great chance of making that team too. Okay. Keep your head down. Do what you supposed. Stay in them books. Stay in that film room. Stay in the weight room. All right. Want the shit, man. Get there before everybody and putting in that work. Make sure that the people above you, the players who got drafted above you, that those coaches regret not drafting you. All right. Something's good's coming out of this. All right. Now you just gotta work. Okay. Faith without work is nothing. Put that one foot in front of each other, man. You got to keep putting faith in front of it. Keep taking the step towards your greatness. All right. Now, football's over with. We in the playoff time. Man, my Lakers ain't doing too. I mean, they doing good. All right, Luka had an off night yesterday. LeBron almost put up a 40 piece. But Luka didn't do good. Austin Reed did his part. He gave you 20. Luka, for some reason, I don't know what was going on, Luka, man. Quit crying for plays. Quit crying for plays. They pressuring you. All right. They not taking what they doing to Luka. They playing aggressive. All right. They playing too aggressive on Luka. Okay. So LeBron they playing off. Austin Reeves they playing off. So Luka gotta find his shot. Luka gotta attack the board. Keep attacking. All right. Make smart decisions. If the shit don't go your way, man, get your ass back on defense. All right. So that series, Minnesota right now is up 2-1 on that series. We gonna come back. Lakers play tomorrow. We gonna see what the Lakers got going on. All right. Um, the Thunder just swept Grizzlies. Expected. All right. Ja, man, I know he got hurt, but shoot, man, they still got blown out 2 games with him. Hey, they played a closer game on the last one than they did when they was up 23 before he got hurt. All right. So best of luck, man, to Thunder moving on to the next round. We got Boston up. No, not Boston's up 3-0 too. Today, Cavaliers, they just beat the Heats. They blew them out again. So they up 3-0. Denver and Clippers is the playoff game to watch because that's a nice series right there that's going back and forth. Let's see what that look like. They in LA again. Clippers are up 2-1 on that series. So let's see what they got going on. Man, Boston, Orlando, good. New York and Pistons. Pistons ain't been to the playoffs 15 years. All right. So they doing good up there, man. They got that one good win. Let's see if they gonna win one today at home. And let's see if they win one here in Detroit. All right. Hey, this is fun. Hey, if y'all have any questions, any concerns, any comments about what I'm saying, man, this is my first ever coach's halftime speech. Okay. So I'm just here giving you guys my interpretation of what I believe is going on, my interpretation of what I understand or what I think is going on in sports world. I'm not a commentator. I'm not an analyst. I'm a coach. I coach football, basketball. I can coach baseball. I can coach track. I can probably coach hockey if I could. I could probably coach cross if I could. I know I could do a little tennis. I know I can coach volleyball because I played it too. I didn't play in a league or anything, but I played it at a little youth organization back when I was young. So I know how to play. I know how to coach. Okay. So all I'm doing is identifying certain things of what I'm thinking these owners are saying or these coaches are saying in the draft room or what I'm thinking they are thinking for it in the future. So no, I'm not a professional coach. That's just my title because I am a coach. Okay. I got trophies behind me to prove the I got trophies behind me to prove that I've coached. That big one is a championship. Okay, I got rings. I got it all. Okay, from youth all the way to high school. Okay, so it's all good. Okay, but I'm just here to give my perspective on what I think certain coaches are doing. If you don't like what I said, hey, put it in the comments. All right, if I said something wrong, put it in the comments. I will address it on the next episode. But check me out. Okay, give me a like, follow our page, okay, at kitchen_table_podcast with Coach and B 2 E's. That's my wife. Our podcast is just fun. All we is having fun. This one right here is where I get to talk about my sports. Get at us. All right. If you like it, love it. If you love it, like it. If you hate it, still comment on it, still like it. All right, hit that bell so you get notification. I'm gonna do these at least every probably once or twice a week. Certain things, playoff is getting more intense, so I'm gonna get more into the playoff. But hey, let's get at it. Let's have fun on this channel, man. I ain't here to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm here to build a community throughout the guys who want to be sports analysts who can't really do it. Okay, who ain't getting paid. I want to get paid. I want to get that YouTube money too. All right. So I'm out. This coach. This is you can see me live. Follow me on Instagram at King underscore Dwayne DWAN underscore Carter. Holla at your boy. I'm out. Peace.